Hey guys, what's going on? Third Shit Reactions here. I'm Shane and I'm back with Marvel Secret Invasion, the finale. So it turns out the thing that I didn't want to be true is true. Gaia and Priscilla, they were burying Talos, and it was kind of like this Jedi funeral or this Viking funeral. And one thing I really got from the episode that I didn't say in my post talk last time, these people have been, they've been wandering without a planet. And it reminds me of certain cultures and civilizations throughout history that have been conquered and supplanted. And it kind of made me think of the Native Americans that lived here before Spain and the rest of the Europeans came here. Go see the movie Wind River, just the end of that movie. But in terms of Gaia, she didn't know the prayer to say to her father. And what I got from that was, our people, we are lost and we are losing our culture. And we need to find a planet, or we need to find a way to live without losing that. Things aren't going so well at the compound in Russia, because the Skrulls were basically trying to mutiny against Gravik. And he had to attack that one general using his group power. And then later on, they tried to jump his ass, and which is just a terrible way to die, actually, with a plastic bag over your face. That's a terrible way to die, but Gravik's too strong. He kicked their ass. We also found out more about the DNA, which is the harvest, where Fury and a bunch of his guys, Skrull people, they go in and collect the DNA, including Carol Danvers. So I thought the harvest was her DNA, but the harvest is just, I think, the collection of everyone's. And Gravik wants all of it, but he can't find some of it. But Fury had, I imagine, the rest of it in his unmarked grave in Finland. And cool fact is Finland, because it was where they honeymooned, because the Skrull liked the cold, and that's actually how he gave away that information to that insanely badass British woman. I can't remember her name. Sonya Falsworth. Standout performance in this show is Sonya. She is a badass, dude, and it's intimidating how I don't want this to sound bad, but she has this kind of like, I don't want to say maternal. It's like this, like that really strict teachers that we had at Catholic school and some of these nuns, where they're very matter of fact and they had this sweetness to them, but they were tough as nails. And that reminds me of her, and she's an epic character. We also had a really badass scene where Fury is, I think it's called a mausoleum. It's using the theme song. He's putting on the eye patch, getting his weapon in the trench coat. It reminded me of God of War, the first one that came out for the PS4. I need to play the sequel, actually. And after I beat Jedi Survivor, then I'm going to play Harry Potter. Then I'm either going to do Pikmin 4 or God of War 2. So, yeah, it's a good idea. Anyways, guys, hey, if you want to support us, and if you like me and this channel and the other guys, and you want us to do more things like movies and video games, support us on Patreon. We have our full-length uncut reactions for all the things that we do. We also have up to 4 weeks early access for our non-live shows. Yeah, because she's kicking on. So let's jump in. Now, hopefully we get some more Emilia Clarke. She is just, dude, I watched this thing on Conan, where people, they don't recognize her. And she does this valley accent. Who's that girl? And she's like, it's me! She's so fucking cute.
First time you called this number in years.
I have dialed this number a million times. This is just the first time I press send.
Oh, that's cold consolation. Know if you'll be coming back?
I'll let you go now.
You don't have to if you don't want to, darling.
Take care of yourself.
Damn. So is he going to die in this show? Because that would be unfortunate for him to die in a show that's not very well received. I feel like he should die in a movie. Or never. Keep this universe going, baby. Looks like it was just rolling in. What's going on next? How do you initiate that? Do you because you had to get it going, either putting it in neutral and it's going downhill. It looked like it was going downhill kind of slowly, but it had a steady pace. So you do that, and then you have to sprint like really, really, really fast to get beside those guys. I don't know. I mean, he's got face-changing technology, so maybe that is actually not that hard.
President Vladimir has strenuously denied responsibility.
Oh, he strenuously denied it. Then I guess we're all right then. President Vladimir is a bald-faced liar, and I've got 30 dead Russians on a motorway to prove it.
We cannot rule out the possibility of a false flag attack.
Did you take a stupid pill with your breakfast this morning, Admiral? What happened on that motorway was an all-out assault on our republic, orchestrated by the Skrulls and the Russians who are giving them safe haven. I suggest you move on to doing what it is you were summoned here to do, which is present the President of the United States with his options for a military response to Russia.
What was the name they used for the Russian? Platypod? Something weird.
They need to understand who's responsible for this, and it's the Russians, 100%. There's your proof right there. Make the call, Mr. President.
He just seems like he's being too pushy. Is there fucking radiation shit there? Isn't there radiation there? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought that's what they said at the beginning. Oh, yes. It's like those things they use in Chernobyl. Oh, for real? Oh, dude, that's fucked up. This guy hasn't seen Chernobyl. He doesn't know how bad it's gonna get. Yeah, I don't think he gets sick like that right away. I think he start getting sick later. This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna save the world. He's gonna die of radiation poisoning.
You have to get him out of there.
Who?
The president, you bloody idiot. Fury's headed straight for you.
Why are we concerned about Fury? We got enough security for him.
For what? Target practice?
I don't understand what's going on. Is she part of the plan? She has to be. Oh yeah, obviously, because Fury's not there. I hate the idea of him coming here. Damn it. Oh, he's gonna get superpowers too!
How about a drink instead?
I wouldn't say no.
There you go. To the last stand of the great Nick Fury.
What is going on?
Hey, we're moving the president upstairs.
What about the rest
Damn.
of the men? It's once the shaking gets above the elbow, close to the heart. That's when you need to be concerned.
A little concerned.
Of course, without the pills. The symptoms are going to accelerate. Fury, tell me you got a backup plan. This face. This was the first human I killed. And you know why I killed him? I killed him because you told me to. You know, I was young, I tried my best. I wanted to give everything to impress my hero. You know, the one who promised us a home. But this man, Fury, he had a wife. And he had children. But I killed him because of you. I'm supposed to be like Talos and put my trust in you. You pimped us, Fury. You put us out to work for you, and when you were done with us, you threw us away. I'm gonna take a flamethrower to humanity. And just so I am absolutely clear about this, Fury, you look at me. Look at me. You did this. That is all you.
What a good scene. I love his passion. That was a great scene, dude. Jeez.
And then the blip came. I should have taught you that you never give up the fight.
Dude, you're in a fucking shooting gallery. Get out of the hallway.
Carol Danvers, DNA. Take your powers, go to some other planet, wipe out some other species. I don't give a damn. Just leave Earth the hell alone and leave it now. Call off the strike and save your people.
Watch that door. Sir.
Just hold up in a room. This is stupid. Did he hear Fury say, "Don't trust Rhodes"?
You really want to die?
No checking behind the doors. You really are a Skrull.
But if we
No
don't-
buts. Just yours back into the hallway. Go on.
Don't. It doesn't work on him? The fucking song, too. I am stunned. Okay, I was gonna suggest that, but why was she coughing on the outside?
You killed my mother, my father. You're weak.
Drax. I don't know what power that is. That looked cool, wouldn't it? Jesus.
The Skrull rebels have kidnapped dozens of world officials, along with Colonel Rhodes.
Mr. President, listen.
You wait another minute, he and the rebel Skrulls will win.
Cop it off, dude. Just wait a little bit. You get the answers, right? Captain Marvel shit right there. Tell you what, it looks great on Amelia. Making him
Sleep.
God. Sorry.
If I'm wrong, you can send me to prison and flatten Russia.
I think Russia has supersonic missiles that are faster than ours. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's... Oh, that's cool.
Just like your father. Just like them.
He can heal though, right? He can heal, right? She got shot in the head. Oh, fuck. I do not want her to die here. She won't die. Come on. Yes.
Colonel Rhodes? How long have you been in here?
Right?
Whoa, Colonel Rhodes, I've got you. You've been held hostage for a long time.
How long? There's still radiation there, right? Yeah, what the fuck's going on with the radiation there? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, we know who you are. We know how to find you, and we will kill every last one of you.
What the fuck? That's ridiculous, dude. Fury, you gotta get in there. Okay, I love that fight, but I mean, he can heal himself. He's done it before, because Amelia Clark healed herself.
Love what you've done with the place.
I'm sorry.
For what?
Not being here.
I could take care of myself. Did you fall in love with me? Or the face that puts you at ease?
I love you, Priscilla.
Then I guess this is goodbye.
You can find a way to forgive me. You know where to find me.
Really? Now she's gonna be followed and be an enemy of the state just because she's a Skrull?
We meet at last.
Unless you have an army crammed to the back of that car, I advise you to go back the way you came.
Oh, I haven't come for a fight, Gaia. I will use you, and you will use me, and together we'll make this planet safe for both our people.
I kind of don't like what's going on here. So Richard's just like, let's kill them all now. They're enemy of the state. Dude, come on.
You took a bad situation and made it worse. That's real one-term president stuff.
But before the hit squad you inspired, kill off the Skrulls who still want to help us. Now you got dumbass vigilantes killing innocent humans too.
If you truly care about the Skrulls, get them off my planet.
My planet? Dude, I used to like Ritson. You didn't go up your little spaceship again?
Hold a minute. Come with me.
I said, hold on. You know, I'm just not getting the feels. I just watched Signs recently, and I get it, you know. Guys, that was my reaction, and I'm going to talk about the episode. So, I have to admit it, I didn't love it, but I did like it. A lot of parts I really liked. Had a lot of great moments. I'm not one of those guys who can get on here and shit on this show and talked about how they should have done it better or how I could have done it better because I majored in creative writing. I didn't, and I'm not. But I'll say, it was a kind of messy ending. They really got me. Well, funny enough, I was thinking that was Emilia Clarke. I was thinking that Fury was Gaia, but Gaia was coughing with the radiation shit on the outside of the compound way before she ever ran into him. So that's, obviously that's to trick the audience. I think that's the only way you can really trick them. Unless she's thinking I'm being watched on camera. Yeah, I guess that's really the only explanation. But it definitely fooled me. You can explain it. She thought she's being watched, so she had to play the part the whole time. But definitely fooled me with the radiation, just because that little. If they didn't have that, especially if they didn't have that in the beginning, the phone call makes a little more sense now. Everything else, well. Yeah, when she said, you haven't called this number in a long time. Oh, wait a minute. So you haven't called this number in a long time, and she said, I've dialed it 1,000,000 times, I just haven't pressed send. So did they have some type of relationship before the events of this show? Because they were kind of acting like they were getting to know each other. That's how I felt when I watched Vera and her interaction. And by the way, everyone who was in a compound, when they have radiation poisoning, they've been there forever. And if not, they're going to get it if they're shielded in those pods, they still have to get there and they still have to leave. Maybe it's one of those things, they'll get some radiation, but I'm not sure where they are. I don't think they said Chernobyl. I can't remember. But if it's like when she was holding that radiation detector, I didn't get a good read on it. I don't know what those numbers mean, but all those people would have some kind of radiation because they're making it look like Fury was going to die of radiation. And they were there forever. So that is kind of messy, if you ask me. Maybe, guys, explain to me what's going on. I will tell you this. Gravik gave a hell of a performance in this show when he was talking to Fury, but even though it wasn't really Fury. Kind of sucks because I want him to have that moment. Now, Gravik and Fury didn't have that last moment. It kind of sucks, but it does make sense, that Gaia should get that moment. It just, I kind of felt like Fury and him should have had a moment too. But with Gaia, her mother was killed and father was killed. I like the fight. I just love Emilia Clarke. I do think it's funny that she was still playing the part of Emilia Clarke. She didn't turn into a Skrull. It's just, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like the fight for the most part. There's like a lot of grit and dust and dirt, and it was lower budget than obviously the movies, but it was fulfilling and convincing enough. My question is, she was shot and killed presumably and healed herself. If he's got the same power, he was shot in the head, and he was shot in the face, and usually that would kill someone, but he was able to heal himself. Now, I don't know anything about Skrull anatomy. Maybe it's because he was shot in the heart. I don't really know how it works. But it was kind of anticlimactic, the way he died. I don't know. I feel like there's this disconnect because we didn't see Gravik as a Skrull a lot. So, we know it's Gravik, but to me, Gravik is the guy, the black dude. Really good actor, whatever his name is. I think he's British. He's amazing. So he just turned into this green dude, this jacked green dude. And why didn't Emilia Clarke turn jacked? Is she actually jacked, but she's taking her human form? Does that require effort? Did that distract her during the fight? And why didn't he heal himself? Assumingly, she got the heart or the kill zone, and that's it. But, I just wish they would have, shown. I wish that fight was a little better, and the story, a fight tells a story. It reveals strengths and weaknesses. You set up things early on in the story or in the fight. Just like if you guys watch Star Wars or Clone Wars reactions, or if you watch my Rebels reactions at Blind Wave, look at the fight in the desert between Darth Maul and you-know-who. The way that went down, okay? That there's a story component to that move. It's just good to establish that stuff early on, and later on, oh shit, he used that to kill him, or he used that move, or he used that thing in the story. He used that one weakness that it was revealed. So they could have done that better. So that's probably, that and the radiation thing are hard for me to kind of get behind. Also, you know what? I know the show's about love and peace and anti-xenophobia. But it'd be hard for me to love a green alien. I'd have to love her as a human for a long time and then find out she's a green alien. I know it's sweet. I know it's cool. I know people want to say that you can love anyone you want to love. But I think it would be insanely hard for most people. And maybe this show is like, yeah, it would be. But for Nick Fury, you can do it. I just think we're obviously wired biologically to want and do certain things. And we're a lot more shallow than people think. And we're not as loving and forgiving as people think. And dude, Ritson, that it doesn't make any sense that... I mean, I can understand if there was a false flag and then you'd want to like, hey, I'm going to take out all the Skrull. And it's part of the plan. But this guy, presumably, you know, if going after the Skrull is just, and I know a lot of people are going to fucking talk about what our country has done in the past and or what other countries have done, you know, retaliating. But it felt a lot more petty and angry for someone that, if he had all the information, then I don't think he'd make that call. He would go, no, I mean, there was a group of Skrull led by this one Gravik fanatic guy. And he's dead now. And there was a Skrull actually was instrumental making sure that Gravik didn't succeed. It was a Skrull that saved everyone at compound. He'd be like, oh, okay, well, I mean, obviously this guy is smart enough to know, well, there are good people and bad people. If there are fanatical people from a certain religion that do something terrible to another country, I understand that, like, not every person of that religion is a crazy homicidal fanatic. I get it. I mean, Liam Neeson's story, his sister was raped by, like, I think a black dude. And then he said he wanted to go out and just beat the shit out of a black dude. And not because he was black, just if that guy was Irish, or if that guy, well, I think he is Irish. If that guy was, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino, whatever, I think he would have wanted to take a baseball bat and put it to anybody. I get it, because a Skrull, it's such a visual thing. You know what I mean? They are green people. So if you see a green person, you go think, oh, these people try to kill me and take over the world. I don't know. I guess you figured you'd want to try to be as diplomatic as you can with an alien species that can impersonate you. And he said, my planet. He might have been speaking like as like a renegade, like a renegade Western slinger. This is my planet. Like, he's saying that on behalf of all humans. I'm going to defend all humans. But he said it in a way that was so possessive. It was weird. I actually like that guy. I like the actor. It sets up some really cool story, but the way it set it up, it was, I don't know, I think it could have been better. That's pretty much my review. I thought the show I liked it a lot. I didn't love it, but I did like it a lot. I had great performances. I love Samuel Jackson. I really liked Gravik. It was an underwhelming finale in terms of multiple things, but in terms of that fight was kind of a little underwhelming, the conclusion of it. A lot of things, radiation, how Gravik can't heal himself, Ritson being stupid. That's some stuff I think I need to either do some research on, or maybe you guys can enlighten me. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching my solo reaction. If you want to support us, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and check us out on Patreon. I'm out of here.